Welcome to the Emotional Balance Sheet, the go-to podcast for parents with multiple kids, especially those with twins, triplets, or more, who are navigating the maze of modern family life and personal finance. Whether you're overwhelmed by education or retirement planning, parenting dilemmas, career transitions, or trying to define your purpose and plan, we're here to guide you with empathy, encouragement, and expertise. Hosted by Paul Fenner, founder of Tama Capital, a certified financial planner and parent to 4 kids, including a set of triplets. Our podcast is your ally in the quest for financial peace of mind, proving that money matters, but family comes first. Subscribe now and join our community of empowered parents at tamacapital.com. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon for investment decisions. Clients of Tama may retain positions in the securities discussed in this podcast.
What does comprehensive financial planning even mean? At Tama Capital, it means a family office where lifestyle planning such as retirement, college, portfolio management, and tax prep and planning are all under one umbrella. But it goes beyond numbers. We focus as much on the emotional side of financial planning as we do on the financial side. We get you. We understand your challenges of building a family, business or career, and a healthy life. We are devoted to wealth planning for families like yours because we are you. Learn how our family can help your family by visiting tamacapital.com. Hi, and welcome back. I think I've got about 4 hours before I have to make a television appearance here in Metro Detroit. I have a friend that's the news director at the local ABC station, and he now has a habit of when something breaks on the financial front, even actually a lot of non-financial fronts. He picks up the phone and calls me, which I think is great. He's a good friend of mine, but it's a huge honor. So, you, my friends, are going to be my trial run for what I'm going to talk about tonight on air on television. And it's about cybersecurity and getting hacked. It just came out recently in the last 48 hours that there's been another huge data breach, potentially affecting over 500 million people at Ticketmaster. And ironically, I was just having this conversation with a few family office clients a month or two ago when there was a data breach at one of our major local hospital systems here in Metro Detroit. And I think at this point in time, people should just assume that their personal data is out there on the dark web in people's hands that you wouldn't want to have them in. And so the question is, well, Paul, what do we do about it? How do we protect ourselves? Because this is cybersecurity, and data breaches and hacks aren't going away. If anything, they're going to be more and more frequent. And so I wanted to offer a couple pieces of advice. The first is, when a data breach happens, the company that the data breach occurred to is typically required to provide a certain amount of time of data monitoring, maybe 12, 18 months. I'm not sure exactly, but the timing's not important. But I think what is important is that people should probably consider just going out and buying their own credit monitoring software, working with a company. So full disclosure, I work with a company called Legal Shield. It costs me about $300 a year, and that helps protect not only myself and my wife, Teresa, and our triplets plus one, our whole entire family. And you can put on multiple emails. You can put on, I think, up to 6 social security numbers. So as a family of 6, it works out well for us. And then I get the question, well, Paul, why do I have to pay $300 a year for this? And my response is, well, you don't, but if it helps you sleep at night, if it provides some kind of peace of mind, knowing that, your information is out there and you're going to get alerted to if somebody tries to open up a credit card or a mortgage or a loan or a bank account, anything like that. Is that worth it? Is that worth $300 a year? In my mind, it's an absolute yes. Is Do I feel like it's not my responsibility to pay that? Yeah, I can get that point as well. But for the peace of mind it brings, knowing that you know there is some level of protection, even if you have a company like Legal Shield or another credit monitoring system, whether it's through Transamerica or Experian or TransUnion, the other big credit bureaus. There's no guarantee that you're still not going to get hacked, but it does make it a little bit more difficult. It does give you a fighting chance at being able to act rather than react. So that's my first action I would take. The second is investing in a password manager system or software. Again, personally, I always like to disclose these things. The one that I've used for probably 4 or 5 years now is called Dashlane. And what it does is that it creates a unique password, the ones with like uppercase, lowercase letters, special characters, numbers, you name it. And it also alerts you to when there's a potential breach at one of the companies that you have credentials at, whether it's your bank, Ticketmaster, you name it. And so that's another, I think, advantage of having that is, again, it gives you a heads up. So if you see that breach, you'll get alerted and you can automatically go in and update your password. So then the natural question is, well, Paul, is it safe to have all my passwords in one location? And I would say, yes, it would be beneficial to have all of those unique passwords in one place rather than sitting on your laptop or desktop or phone in an Excel file that could get easily hacked as well. A lot of these data or password management system software have, top of the line security systems, but again, they're not foolproof either. There's been, I think it's LastPass that I think last year recently was had a data breach. But there's always a level of risk that comes with anything. But you also have to have some level of trust. You have to put your trust in someone or system or software that's willing to look after you and your best interest. And I think having some kind of credit monitoring system, having some kind of password management system give you basically a fighting chance of being able to protect yourself. It's better than doing nothing. The third thing I want to point out, and this will be my final point, is if you're not going to be opening a credit card, getting a loan, mortgage, anything like that, then I've often recommended going to the 3 credit bureaus and having your credit frozen. That eliminates being able to open up a bank account or a credit card, period. That is I never like to make guarantees or say foolproof, but it's as close to that as possible in preventing somebody from opening an account in your name. Additionally to that point is your kids. So a lot of the families I work with have kids the same age as I do, from teens to high schoolers to toddlers, basically. And one of the things I recommend is making sure that you're freezing your kids' credits as well with the big 3 credit bureaus, because their information, that's their social security number, could be hacked as well. Again, going back to the recent hospital system hack that we had here. I got letters that all of my 4 kids' social security numbers were compromised. Big shocker. So I didn't worry about it because I knew that their credit was already frozen. No one could take their social security number and open something on their behalf. So again, 3 things just to recap that I would recommend is finding a credible credit monitoring company to work with, utilizing a password management system or software, and then 3, if you're not going to need to be opening a line of credit card, bank account, anything financial account related, look at having your credit frozen as well as any minors that you may have. Now that you've made it to the end of another great conversation, are you looking for more? If so, head over to tamacapital.com where you will find all of our conversations. Use the search feature to find the topic or guest you would love to learn more about. Also, don't forget to make someone else's day by sharing our show. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. So that's all I have for this week. We'll see you again soon.